Hey guys! Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. On the last episode, we had the final test for us to become a Sith student. Of course, it was all just a ruse for us to get into the tomb of Naga Sadow, which we did. We found the final star map. Then we killed Master Uthar and Yathura, and basically everybody that was affiliated with the Sith Academy. They didn't give us much of a choice. And now we are leaving Korriban. We've got all the star maps. So let's just read this. You've discovered the last of the star maps and have now have the hyperspace coordinates that will lead you to the Star Forge and a final confrontation with Malak. You only hope you aren't too late, for Bastila's sake, and for the sake of the entire galaxy. So, Bastila. Hermit in the Hills isn't getting finished because Master Ruth, we didn't need it. We didn't need that much prestige. The Way of the Sith. I mean, we got the ceremonial lightsaber, but it's finished. But it's not finished, and I don't know what the deal with Yagi is. But yeah, we're gonna have a couple conversations with everybody before we blast off.
Yeah, what do you want?
Nope.
You're
nothing to say.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Nothing.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Actually.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
You know you don't have to call me Master.
Commentary. Of course I do, Master. You are Revan. You are my Master. The one who created me. I exist to serve.
Okay.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
Never mind.
Okay. Have it your way.
Nothing about our impending problems. I mean, our impending success.
got something on your mind, dude?
Do you want to talk about the war now?
Not particularly.
Well, no time like the present.
I suppose you're going to nag me until I cough it up, aren't you? Nothing is private anymore, it looks like. There's no escaping it, I guess. So be it. My wife's name was Neyama. She was the Yukanis enforcer who shot me out of the sky, if you remember.
Okay. What does your wife have to do with the war?
My wife had plenty to do with the war. Upon meeting her, I knew right away that she was strong in the Force. That's why she was able to shoot me down. Neyama was a marvel of a woman. Fiery, determined, smart. She dragged me to the capital and foiled 3 of my attempts to escape prison. Oh, and that body.
The body of her body, the war, Jolee.
Well, yes, that. Needless to say, I eventually won her over. That was after I kidnapped her upon being broken out of the Yukanis prison, mind you. But, that's another story entirely. At any rate, I wanted to train her in the Jedi way. The Council refused my request, naturally. I was still a Padawan at the time. I was an experienced Padawan, surely, but not yet ready to be a full Jedi, and certainly not ready to train another, especially not one so old as my wife.
And what did she think of all this?
Neyama was intrigued by the idea of becoming a Jedi. She liked the idea of power too much, perhaps, but I certainly didn't see that at the time. I believed in her and trained her in secret. I ignored her willful nature. I loved her too much to see fault in her. And she loved me too. I know she did. At the time, our love was a shared bliss, better than anything I had known before or since.
Okay. So, what happened?
Exar Kun is what happened. Neyama was inspired by Exar's promises of a new golden age. She wanted to join him. She came to me, pleading with me to throw aside what she called the decrepit trappings of the Jedi, to join her in Exar's war.
What did you do?
I pleaded with her to reconsider, to think about all that she was throwing away, to think about what she would become. She would have none of it. Finally, in frustration, she attacked me. She drew her lightsaber and attempted to strike me down. It was a scene being repeated everywhere throughout the galaxy. Pupil against master. In my case, it was a long and terrible battle, but I defeated her.
You killed her.
No. I had her at my mercy, disarmed and defenseless. She looked up at me and she knew. She knew I couldn't do it.
I don't think I could have either.
But I should have. Sometimes I convince myself otherwise, but it's no use. She had fallen to the dark side when she raised her saber against me, and I let her go. To my shame, she went on to kill many Jedi during the war, until she herself was slain in the final battle. I grieved for her death, inevitable as it was, even as the Jedi Council put me on trial for my actions once the war was over.
They put you on trial?
I had trained Neyama against their wishes. I had failed to kill her when I had the chance, and she went on to kill others. Not to mention that I had remained a Padawan throughout the war. A formality, perhaps, but with the trial, it had to be decided if I was worthy to become a Jedi at all. It was a travesty, of course. I told you that even the Jedi were capable of great injustices, didn't I?
I agree with you, of course. They did destroy my mind and reprogram me.
But I deserved to be tried. They found me innocent. Even though I deserved every punishment and more, they let me go. Mitigating circumstances, they said. I deserved compassion, they said. They said I had learned wisdom the hard way. For all I had done during the war, they wished to raise me to full Jedi status at long last. That was when the Jedi left me. That was when they failed me.
I don't understand, Jolee.
No, maybe you don't at that. They may have been able to forgive me. I could never forgive myself.
Do you still believe that love is worth the risk?
Yes, I do, I suppose. Does that surprise you? It is all so long ago, lost in the winds, I suppose. Nobody cares what an old man believes anymore, do they? Let's continue on with the task at hand. I would prefer to think of the present today.
Alright. Interesting. Very interesting about Jolee.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Never mind.
You got it.
Alright, guys, let's punch in these coordinates. Starforge system. The planet has no entry in the Republic archives. Let's go with it. Punch it, Karth.
You are strong, child. But I will break you.
I'll never fall to the dark side.
You think torture will turn me, Malak? You're a fool.
Torture? No, dear Bastila. You misunderstand. This is but a taste of the dark side to whet your appetite. When you finally swear loyalty to me, it will be willingly.
Never.
Such resolve in your words, but I see the truth in your heart. The dark side calls to you, Bastila. You hunger to taste it. Become my apprentice, and all its power can be yours.
He's aura farming with that cape, bro. That's it. Sucking the energy out of that star. The Star Forge. Sheesh! That's a lot of Sith fighters and Sith destroyers.
The Star Forge. I've never seen anything like it. I'm transmitting these coordinates to Admiral Dodonna. Maybe a quick strike by the Republic can cripple the Sith fleet. Message is away. Now we can just wait for the Republic to show up. We should be safe here. We're outside their sensor range. Small vanguard of Sith fighters coming in hard. Someone needs to get on those gun turrets. Take those fighters out before they report our position to the main fleet.
On it.
Incoming fighters! We've got problems. We've flown in some kind of disruptor field. All my instruments are jammed. We've got massive overloads in all systems. I'm picking up a single planet in this system. I'll try and put us down there. Hold on. This may be a rough landing.
We're in the gravity well now. We landed it.
Whew. Talk about your rough landings, Karth. What's the matter? You're flying like you've been on an all-night Teresian ale drinking binge.
That disruptor field fried our stabilizers. We're lucky we made it down in one piece. But if I can't find the salvage to make repairs, I won't even be able to get the Ebon Hawk airborne again.
During our rather rapid descent, I noticed the hulls of many crashed ships scattered across the landscape. Perhaps the parts you need can be found among the wreckage.
The Cathar's right. This planet's a technological graveyard. I saw dozens of downed ships out there. That disruptor field must have wiped them all out. But where could it be coming from?
Even if we get the stabilizers fixed, we have to find and disable the source of that disruptor field before we can take off. Otherwise, we'll just end up crashing again.
I wonder why those Sith ships aren't affected by the disruptor field.
They must have some kind of protection against it, but the Republic fleet won't. We have to find a way to disable that disruptor field, or the Sith will slaughter them.
T3's picking up massive power fluctuations on the ship's sensors. They seem to be coming from some type of large stone structure to the east. It looks like some kind of ancient temple.
We're in quite the jam now. All this, you know, the disruptor field, the damages, and that's not even mentioning we still got to be saving Bastila.
We haven't forgotten about her, but we can't do her much good stuck down here. We have to help ourselves before we can help her.
I only hope we're not too late. Bastila has been Malak's prisoner for a long time. If he can turn her to the dark side, she will join him, and the Sith will be invincible.
Bastila would never turn to the dark side.
I fear Bastila will find the lure of the dark side difficult to resist. She is strong in the Force, but she's also impulsive, willful, and proud, as you once were, Revan.
Don't call me that. I'm not Revan anymore.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Now that you know your true identity, I was afraid you might slip back over to the dark side. If Bastila feels as you do, there may yet be hope for her.
Well, if Bastila's on the Starforge like you think, Jolee, then we can't rescue her until we disable that disruptor field. The sooner we investigate that temple to the east, the better. We can probably find the wreckage of a downed ship along the way. And if we're lucky, we can salvage some stabilizers from it to get off this planet.
I hope everything works out as smooth as you make it sound, Karth.
Well, so do I, Mission. So do I.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Do you know anything about this place?
Hard to say what this planet is. Been lost for thousands of years, if not more. Smells like bad karma, so watch your step. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
Alright.
Oh, I get it. Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Oh, never mind.
Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Yeah, what do you want?
What are your thoughts now, Canderous?
I'm not happy with the way my life has turned. I'm not the Mandalore I once was. I don't even think I'm the merc I was when I joined you. I think I need something more than killing and fighting in my life. I need a purpose or something like that.
What will you do?
The way the Mandalorians, we fought. It holds no appeal for me. To rape and ravage worlds for the thrill of battle. It gets old. Very old. Honor in battle. Cheating death. Comrades in arms. The code of the Mandalore. I think I'm something different now. Maybe more, maybe less.
So what are you going to do?
I don't think there is really any place left in the galaxy for the Mandalorian clans like they were. I don't know if I can go on forever fighting as I have. Even warriors get insightful in their old age. Once my time with you is done, once you have moved on to greater things, I'll find my own way once again. Maybe the Mandalorian clans will be reborn again. Maybe even under the Republic, or the Sith. But dreaming about the future is stupid right now. We should get down to our business and finish it. If we survive all this, maybe we could talk about it then. Is there something else you want to know?
No, I'm good.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
That'll be all.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Okay, have it your way.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Never mind.
You got it.
Alright, let's go. To the outside. Jolee and Zaalbar.
What?
What do we got here? We got Yiska here. Big ship down. Battered foot locker. As far as I can go here. Do you know anything about the planet we're on? Alright, that's fine, Zaalbar.
Got something on your mind?
So when did you go to Kashyyyk?
Oh, that was not until many years later, to tell the truth. I spent quite some time wandering the galaxy.
The Jedi just let you go?
Why wouldn't they? I had refused my promotion to Jedi. I was a Padawan who had left the Order, nothing more. I traveled from one civilized system to the next, never staying long. I don't even think I knew what I was searching for. It wasn't as if my travels were pleasant either. There were plenty of folks who distrusted the Jedi after the war, or worse.
With good reason, I imagine.
I suppose so. Not everyone would understand why the Jedi would suddenly start killing themselves and tearing up half the galaxy, would they? If people were treating me with suspicion, they were looking at me with greed. I don't know how many thought they could make use of me for their own ends. I got so sick of the treachery and deceit. I left the civilized parts of the galaxy and headed instead for the uncivilized parts.
So that's when you went to Kashyyyk.
Actually, I was on my way somewhere else when I crash-landed on Kashyyyk. The ship I was using was a rust bucket.
You survived a crash landing on Kashyyyk?
I'd taken some damage passing through an unexpected asteroid field, as I recall. But I wasn't completely without some systems. I could still guide her a bit when I crashed. It wasn't what I would call the smoothest landing, especially considering I ended up smack in the depths of the Shadowlands. But I lived.
So you crashed and stayed?
Sure, why not? Seemed like an interesting enough place to spend a couple of decades exploring.
And the Wookiees didn't mind your presence?
Well, they did at first, oh yes. I can't say I was overly pleased to encounter a group of indigenous giant carpets either, I can assure you of that.
You seemed on fairly peaceful terms with them.
Well, that was after 2 decades of helping them. They certainly didn't trust me at first.
You helped them?
When I could, I would assist a few young ones who would get lost in the Shadowlands or attacked unexpectedly by the wildlife. I must say, for a while there, the Wookiees actually thought I was some kind of benevolent forest god. Amusing, really. I set them straight eventually.
Well, so why didn't you stop the slavery that Zerka was enforcing on the Wookiees?
At first, when the slavers took to hunting down lone Wookiees in the fringes of the Shadowlands, I did my best to divert them. Later, when Shundar made his deal, I didn't see any point. I wasn't here to save them from their own sad follies, after all.
Did you say, I mean, it sounds like you enjoyed being a guy.
Nonsense. I had no idea that's what they were thinking for a long time. I just thought they were being friendly neighbors, leaving fruit and such for me. Later, when I started to understand some of their grunting, I realized they would say prayers to the Hairless One before descending into the forest. Hairless One used to have plenty of hair, I tell you. At any rate, took a few bruises. I set the record straight.
A few bruises?
I traveled to Rookwaro and met with the chieftain in front of everyone. Freyr swatted at me just to see if I was real or not. I was real. And while it was a light swat, Wookiees are terribly strong. I was knocked out cold for a day. The Wookiees all thought it was quite funny.
Wasn't it all a bit primitive for you?
Not really. Kashyyyk is a place you can feel very small in. It felt good to devote my time to helping people and living simply.
And you didn't receive any news from the outside?
What can I say? I did it all for the Wookiees.
The Wookiees?
The Wookiees. Well, okay, maybe I needed some time on a quiet and remote planet, but if you ever need a friend, an incredibly strong hairball isn't a bad call.
You sound quite fond of them.
I suppose I am in a way, despite the smell. For a race of gardeners, they've developed quite interestingly.
Gardeners?
You remember the alien computer, correct? Kashyyyk was meant to be an agricultural planet. The Wookiees were made for a reason, or at least that's what I'm thinking. But I'm an old man who's had a long time to develop that opinion, so don't argue with me. At any rate, we should be moving along, don't you think? If you sat around this long in the Shadowlands, attack would eat you.
Move along. What is that? Oh. Rakatan warriors, huh? That's the blue saber.
I still can't. Not this again!
Pojawić się tu na dzignaj.
No problem. What are you doing here? What happened? You can stay in our ship if you want. Mandalorians here. Where are they? Tell me of the natives. Why don't you try and get to one of the other islands?
And you need?
Sure. Yes?
That temple. Yeah. There's no loot in this. There's no loot in this engine here. Go left or right. That temple shaped like the Star Forge up ahead. So that's probably our big stone structure. I go left. Should I go left? Nah, actually, this is where I'm gonna call it here. Is gonna be it for this episode, guys. We have crash landed on some unknown planet. Yeah. Deeply mysterious with these native Rakatans. They kind of look familiar, I think. Anyway. But these native Rakatans that are quite hostile and I guess very, very violent. Yeah. We need to shut down the disruptor field for sure, and we need to repair our ship. Yeah, we're pretty stuck here. I mean, we thought we were coming towards the final confrontation, and getting caught in this field has really got us down and out. And meanwhile, Malak's forces only grow stronger, and he's trying to turn Bastila to the dark side as we speak. So yeah, we gotta get back on our feet. We gotta get back on our feet ASAP, guys. But yeah, if you guys like what you saw, you know what to do, and I'll see ya on the next one. Laters.